Hello there. So today I'm going to go over one of the most fascinating questions that I have been asked a couple times now through my group and just through other groups and networking and whatnot. And that is choosing a niche, and what if you have competing clients in that niche? What do you do? So I'm going to go ahead and answer that in full, answer my best practices around that and what I've seen overall in my business, specifically in lead generation. I'll also be going over kind of some other business models too to be able to answer this question, but super happy to dive in. I think this deserves more than just a one sentence answer, and it deserves to be fully explained. So that's why I wanted to put it in a YouTube video, so that way if I see this question again, I could just link to this video and someone will get the full answer versus just a one-liner. All right, so choosing a niche to me doesn't necessarily mean working with competing clients. So if there is a conflict of interest, it should be avoided no matter what, I think, when doing done for you work. So for example, I do lead generation, and if I had someone with the exact same ideal client as one of my current clients, I would let that person, the new person, know I couldn't work with them because I'm already supporting someone in this. However, in doing lead generation for 3 years now, I've never had two competing clients in my space, and I've never had to turn anyone away for this either. And I'll explain why that is. And where I think that maybe you could find competing clients and how to keep that separate. So never would I take on someone where it's like, okay, this person is looking for this specific client in this city and this demographic and everything like that. I think that would be too hard, right? Because you want both clients to succeed. But if you're using the same strategies, you're kind of pitting them against each other. And so really you're making it harder for both businesses. And so that's just not a practice I'm aligned with. If you have found yourself in that space, again, I just wouldn't recommend working with two clients that have the exact same ideal client. However, what I will say is people often have the same niche, but really different ideal clients or really different approaches. So there was a time when I worked with 3 business coaches at one time, never had a problem identifying their ideal clients, and never was it conflicting. I'll go ahead and share that in the next slide. So, oh, that's funny. So I use AI to put together my presentations, and it said A or C, A, and B. Should be A, B, and C, but we'll go ahead and just go in the order that it was written. So again, I do write these slides. It just puts it in here for me in an organized fashion, which I really enjoy. But without taking any more time, let's go ahead and focus back on the presentation. So there was one client, so these are my 3 business coaches. So there was one client that emphasized spirituality, primarily worked with professional women, mostly found her clients on LinkedIn. She had a wide variety of programs. Usually they were just like short experiences that people jumped into. And so that was one business coaching client. I had another one that focused on clients making over $10,000 a month. And what she really offered was strategy-based coaching. So here's the strategy, run with it. So that differs from the first client because she focused more on energetics, spirituality, stuff like that in order to grow businesses, where this person focused on strategy. Now, the next client was supporting new moms starting their own business through group programs, primarily people just starting off in business. So when I saw a post on Facebook and someone was like, hey, I'm looking for a business coach, like they would fall into one of these categories or none of them potentially, but they wouldn't fall into all 3. No, it wouldn't work. It depends. Okay, so first, where are they in their business journey? If they're at the beginning, this would be the right person for them. If they are making at least 10,000, both of these could possibly be the right option, but it depends on what they're focused on. So are they focused on energetics? Are they focused on wanting to learn strategy? Like, where is their gap in the business? What are they looking? And this person mostly focused on social media, where this person focused more on like life coaching, spirituality, but combine that with business. So really, like, it wouldn't be you wouldn't find someone in both of these buckets typically. Typically, they would lean one way or the other. Now, if they weren't quite at the $10,000 mark, it could be client C, where if someone was, first starting off, they probably, well, they wouldn't qualify for the $10,000 a month in business, and they probably need that like first business support before getting into these programs, because these were people who were already in business. So again, all three of these were business coaches, had very different programs, very different ideal clients. Even my lead generation strategy was so different. So I'll just share a little bit about that. So for this client up here, like I said, she was primarily on LinkedIn. So got most of her clients from LinkedIn. She also had a Facebook group that she was using, but again, primarily LinkedIn. She had a community of people she had met either in person or worked with in the past or whatnot. So she had her stuff together, and I believe that when she stopped working with me, she went like fully on LinkedIn. And now she gets primarily her clients from there. She also coached on how to use LinkedIn as a driver for clients. So that was definitely her platform. Client A, what we were looking for, she took a break during the pandemic. And when we got back into working on her business, she had a huge list of people that she had already worked with. So we were mostly targeting those. Again, she had a Facebook group too, but it was mostly old clients that were coming back with her. And then I think she ended up switching niches at some point too. This client ended up targeting a different person, but in this case, we were targeting people mostly on her Instagram account. So again, even with these clients, at the time I was working with them, LinkedIn, list, and Instagram. So we weren't even in the same places. There was a little bit of an overlap because all three did actually use Facebook, but that wasn't their main driver. And we were focused on other things. But if I did see a Facebook client, I would know which category they fell in, and potentially they wouldn't fall into any of these categories. Now, let's go ahead and apply this concept to other fields. So I know real estate agents often specialize in different cities or types of real estate. So I know real estate's big in lead generation, social media management, etc. If I were doing lead generation for real estate agents, what I would do is actually not find two people, say, in San Francisco to do lead generation for. I would probably find someone in the San Francisco market, someone in the Seattle market, someone in the Orlando market. So that way you could just maximize those rather than having two people in the same city. But you could do two San Francisco people if one is looking for commercial real estate and then the other person is helping people find homes. Again, two different ideal clients, even though they're in the same city and have the same specialty. Or maybe one specializes in first-time home buyers and the other one specializes in people who are buying to have an Airbnb property. So again, same thing that they're doing, but two different ideal clients. Clients in the same field can have unique strategies and target different client demographics. So again, if you did have kind of the same thing, you could have different strategies around it. So that way your clients aren't competing. So one person, maybe you're focused on LinkedIn, one person, maybe you're focused on YouTube if they have a big following. So again, it would be different ideal clients or different strategies there. But again, I think even if you're taking two different approaches, still, you wouldn't want to have clients with the same ideal client. But again, I think it rarely happens, to be honest. Okay, so in conclusions, clients can be in the same niche. They usually have their own strategies and goals, but I would minimize competition between clients in the market so that way you can really go all in with your clients instead of, oh, this client could do well, or this client, like, no, you want all your clients to do well. So minimize competition, and each client is going to have their own tailored approach and strategy and what they need help with. So like I said, I think that you're pretty safe even when you're niching down, not finding clients in competition with each other. But if you do see this, just be honest, be a great business owner, and refer them to someone else. So please like this video if it helped answer this question for you. And also subscribe if you want to see more lead generation videos. I am posting every day now. So thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.